You're listening to The John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Am I saying that right? Welcome to the team, sir.
Sounds about right. Thank you. Got to say, I'm a little nervous.
It's a Wednesday, Dan. How you doing, man?
It is a Wednesday, and we're giving away about $1 kajillion worth of tickets. Go see a
Whoa.
great show out of Grand Falls Casino coming up in September.
I'm really excited.
Me too.
We'll get to
about
that.
one.
Great reviews. They just,
Yeah.
Anybody who's, they've released an album, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Talking about- yeah.
And it's a good one.
Really good. It's called Generation Radio, and they're a super group. A bunch of members from other groups, and we're going to be giving away some super tickets here.
I've always wondered what constitutes a super group as opposed to, hey, they're just a pretty good group. Yeah, but they're a super group.
They're
Because
just
it's
a pretty good group.
A bunch of superstars from other groups.
There you go. It's National Waffle Day. When's the last time you quaffed a waffle?
It's been a
Quaffed a waffle?
I know, things that sound dirty, but they're not.
I'm not sure what quaffing a waffle is, but I kind of want to do it now.
I'm disturbed yet
I
excited
declined to answer.
It's kind of amazing because you just use the same batter for pancakes, right? It's the same thing.
Yeah, but
If you make it a waffle, it tastes different.
and it's a different texture a little bit. It's weird.
But it's the same batter, right?
Yeah. Well,
Do you do anything different between
Yeah,
pancake
you
batter
put
and
oil
waffle
it's a
batter?
little different.
It
Yeah.
is.
You put oil
Yeah.
in the batter
Okay.
when you make waffles.
How many people do you think still own like one of those 27-pound waffle irons?
Oh, I
We
had
did
one.
until
Break that bad
recently.
boy.
My
I
wife
got
made me get
it.
rid of it. Here's what I did, though. I made more than waffles in my waffle iron. I made brownies in my waffle iron.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow.
delicious.
Interesting.
It's like
And
every
cinnamon rolls.
It's like every
Really?
piece is an edge piece that way.
Wow.
so good.
You guys are
So
edgy.
I found that on YouTube, and then I went to the store at 11 p.m. and bought a waffle
You literally
iron.
did. It was
Well, there
11
you go.
p.m.
Yeah, well,
think
we
I
want to
have a
celebrate
problem.
National Waffle Day, so hey, waffle guaffin.
Yeah,
Go nuts.
I don't have waffles unless I'm in like a hotel.
yeah, same here.
It's weird. They always have those little waffle.
Oh,
mix.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Otherwise, I never have them ever.
Oh, yeah. Just
Yeah.
cover them with cheap cut rate bacon and away you go. I love hotel breakfast. Man, you're sick within 20 minutes. It's great. Rupert Grint is 34 today, which is awfully exciting.
And who is that?
Who the heck
Rupert
is-
Grint, you cannot be serious. We know him better as Harry Potter's best friend, Ron Weasley.
Okay.
I still don't know who
Yes.
that is. So,
Really?
Ron Weasley?
You know the Harry Potter
well,
series?
it's Harry Potter is the redhead.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Ron Weasley.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I don't get out of
I
it.
only brought it up because I love British names. They just have a different way of
Right,
naming
yeah.
people. It's
Yeah.
Weasley?
it's also how they lost an entire empire. They used to control the world. They're going to be like,
So choose your child's name wisely.
it's true. Yeah, hey, country, we want to take over. General Rupert Grint says, Rupert Grint?
Ron Weasley will be there soon.
We are not giving up to anybody named Rupert Grint. I'm sorry. That's
Or Ron Weasley.
Not
not
happening.
working for me. Dave Chappelle, who's been in the news a lot lately, he's 49 today.
I like Chappelle.
Amazing stand-up comic. Do you know he made this is really random. He made his film debut. He was just running around doing, the circuit, doing stand-up in clubs, and got a little gig in a movie, 1993, the Mel Brooks classic, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, yeah, he was
Oh,
blinking,
yeah.
No, he was Achu.
wasn't he? Oh,
Yeah.
That's right. That's
I love that movie.
He played Achu.
I have not
That's
seen that for
right.
years.
So Dave Chappelle. So there's a little callback for you.
Did you say Abe Lincoln? I said, hey, Blinken.
Same darn thing. And from
Guess he had to be.
WWF, WWE, he is the man when it comes to professional wrestling. And controversial, just had to retire. Well, kind of self-imposed. Vince McMahon is 77 today.
Nice.
He's running the biggest wrestling empire in the world. And then, I don't know, women came forward and said, hey, a little hanky-panky, some shenanigans, and $12 million in hush money later. Whatever, it's going to be okay. His kid, what's her name, Tiffany McMahon? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She's taken over, so the billion-dollar empire stays in the fam.
There you go.
Everything's going to be just fine. Thank you very little. Let's see what is going on here. It was 1891. Thomas Edison files a patent for a little thing called the motion picture camera.
Really?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
How do you even think of that stuff? That's just crazy to me.
I know.
Motion picture camera, and then trying to explain it to like the patent office. It goes, well, this is what it's going to do. And there's people sitting there going, this guy is just crazy. Yeah, just give him the paperwork.
I can't even think of what to make for supper. So
See, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I think it should be steaks.
That's what I mean. Yeah, and use the waffle iron. Apparently,
Trying
you
to
guys
help.
can
Make steak in the waffle
use
iron.
that
bet you
thing
could.
for everything. And everybody knows where they were this day. Everyone knows what they were doing when they got the news in 2006. Pluto demoted from planet to
That was so
dwarf
sad.
planet. And it was demoted to dwarf planet, but now it's got to be referred to as little people planet.
Wow.
After the International Astronomical Union approved a reclassification of the solar system. How'd you like to party with those people? No, thank you. No, thank you. And finally, 1954, when we took things seriously in the United States of America. This day, 1954, no kidding, no questions, no gray area. United States Congress literally outlaws the Communist Party in the United States of America.
Awesome.
Apparently, Bernie Sanders missed that meeting.
Yeah, they're sneaking their way back in pretty
They call it by
aggressively.
another name, I think. That's how they get around that.
There you go. Now you know. I know. We all know. We just bust a move here.
We are going to do exactly that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Thanks for listening on a Wednesday.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many of our guests. This year, we have more icons and more fun. Culture Club, The Cult, Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Graham, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort in Cancun, Mexico. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic, and we have Dr. Harley with us. How you doing, Dr. Harley?
Hey, John. I'm doing great. Looking forward to a fun back-to-school week for most of the kiddos this week, so that's exciting.
And many are back to school now or going back to school this week or next week, so it's time. And now, we talk about the kids going back to school, but there's also other people that go back to school too, like teachers.
Yeah, all the teachers, faculty, staff, I see a lot of them already for their normal health problems. So now going back to school adds a lot of stress. I have one that she said as soon as August 1st hit, she starts getting grumpy.
Well, and the thing is, a lot of it is their schedule changes so much because during the summer, they have things to do most of the time, but not as many things. So now it's like every day in a classroom with a bunch of kids that might not necessarily listen to you. So there's an added level of stress, isn't there?
Yeah, so now they're adding all this extra stress to their existing problems. Yeah, they went from summer where they're nice and chill, relaxed, and now back into the swing of it, be it pre-K or seniors in high school. Obviously, there's different stress at different levels for those teachers. So good thing they're trying to find ways to help alleviate that stress, making sure that they're taking care of themselves. See, it's easy to get bogged down with all of the grades and stuff that they have to, because obviously kids get homework, but then the teachers have to grade all that homework. So they're not a 9-to-5 job. A lot of times they're working late evenings to catch up on all that.
So what do you recommend for the stress? Mainly just a lot of drinking? Just kidding.
Water, drinking lots of water, right? Yeah, make sure they're staying well hydrated, getting plenty of sleep, more sleep, not less sleep. Maybe some of those timelines, for grading papers might be a little late, but they got to take care of themselves, because if they don't take care of themselves, how are they going to help teach the future minds of America, right, if they're hurting? So potentially maybe they need to start looking at professional help, either seeing some sort of therapist for just the mental stress types of things, or more of the physical stuff, hiring a good chiropractor maybe can.
I know one.
Right,
Dr. Harley.
Me too. But yeah, just help with their aches and pains. If they're not feeling good, especially those like the teachers that teach little kids, they're having to bend over all day to talk to those kids, or they're on the floor, which is not necessarily great for their back, right? So maybe they need a little help with that. But chiropractic is also going to help relieve some of their stress as well, so it helps with the physical stress, obviously, but it also helps with the mental, emotional stress as well. Because if their nervous system is running on full speed ahead, gas all the time, well, that's not going to help anybody, because they're not sleeping, they're not, healing, they're not resting properly. So if we can calm down their nervous system, restore that proper, slow down, rest, digest, they're going to start to heal better. They're going to start feeling better, and their health's going to get better, even with the craziness of back to school.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, at one point, I actually wanted to be a teacher. Can you imagine me as a teacher?
Yeah, I think you'd be good with kids.
Mr. Small?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think so. I don't know. And then I talked to a guy who was a teacher in the Twin Cities. He lives in Sioux Falls now, and he got stabbed as a teacher. So
Oh, my gosh.
I said, I'm really glad I didn't become a teacher. So huge amount of respect for all the teachers out there as you're heading back to school as well. If one of them or some of them are listening and they're going, I kind of maybe need some help with my stress, and if they think maybe a chiropractic would be a good thing to help with that, I encourage them to reach out to Balanced Life Chiropractic. How do they do that?
Yeah, they can shoot us a message on our Facebook page, Balanced Life Chiropractic, or give us a call at 605-215-1785. We'd love to chat and let them know how we can help them have a better back to school.
Very nice. You can also find them online at balancedlifesd.com.
If you watch the news, you've probably heard about interest rate hikes and other financial factors that could make you a bit nervous. At BetterCreditCards.com, we continue our commitment to help you get a better credit card. On the website, BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Wednesday?
Yeah, I got to take care of some giveaway business, man. That's what we do. We are a radio station, a commercial radio station, the only independently, locally owned radio station in the Sioux Empire.
Yeah.
How great is that?
And we are not above paying people to listen to us.
We don't beg. We just,
That's it. Hey, you got to
best.
grease the wheels, man.
yeah.
That's all there is to it. We ain't playing around. Pretty cool configuration. Band got together, called themselves Generation Radio.
Yeah.
This isn't some garage band. These are, a couple former members, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, former drummer Chicago, Rascal Flatts.
Yeah.
A two-time Grammy Award-winning guitarist. I mean, this is a big deal, of course, former members of the Beatles, the Monkees.
I don't think the Beatles and the Monkees.
I think some of the
Megadeth.
Archies are in there doing backup vocals.
Not even kidding. Megadeth is on the list. So
I know.
Because I'm like Megadeth and Kenny Loggins. I'm like, real.
It's a unique
How is that even
configuration.
possible?
And the Pips.
I don't think the
Yes.
Holy cow!
That's
I
fantastic.
feel as though we're leading some people astray right now.
And the triangle player from Echo and the Bunnyman. So it's all in there.
No, it is
a lot going on,
seriously
yeah.
a very cool band. And I've heard some of the songs. There's one that's actually one of my new favorites that is called Why You're Calling Me Now. I love it.
You,
It
you
really is
were playing that in the studio the other
Yeah,
day?
Yeah,
love
it's
that
good.
song.
Pretty good.
We'll play it on the radio here in a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
they're
good
hitting the
stuff.
main event hall on Saturday, September 24th. And
Yeah.
we have a pair of tickets to attend that event. And congratulations to Erin Sanford.
Woo!
Yeah.
Congratulations, Aaron.
Got herself a pair to go see that show. So, yeah, there are still tickets available. Just jump on Grand Falls website if you want to attend and pick up a couple and go have a blast.
You can also still register to win. Now, if you want to go for sure, buy your tickets now because, again, we want to make sure you make it. But if you'd like to take a chance and try to win some tickets, if you go to sunnyradio.com, click the little win tickets button and register, we'll give away another pair next Wednesday.
Yeah,
And
because-
in addition to playing the stuff that they've just created, they're going
yeah.
to be playing some
Yeah,
of the
music
stuff from
from
their
all
former
those-
bands as well.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
the cool
it's
thing
going to
about
be
it.
an amazing
Be a
show.
lot of fun.
All of these amazing bands plus their new stuff. It's going to be one heck of a night.
Yeah, and maybe we'll have another pair next Wednesday.
Yep,
maybe,
next Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll see because
Yeah.
Unless it's sold out. I mean, we'll see where we're at.
if we have to buy your love, there's no shame in our game. None whatsoever. Speaking of buying stuff and paying for stuff, and it was funny because I actually did this, I think shortly after Sadie Hayes was born, which was over 30 years ago. That's my daughter, by the way, in case
Yeah.
you don't know. And the very first thing I had to pay, I had taken a job here in Sioux Falls. But Sadie was going to be born in Minneapolis,
Yeah.
my hometown. That's just how it was set up. My wife
Right.
had a pretty good gig, pretty great insurance, and that's where our, OBGYN was and everything else, and it just made sense to do it there. So
Yeah.
she goes into labor. I got to grab a flight,
Yeah.
buy a plane ticket like right now, because of course you go into labor at 2 a.m. That's just what you do.
Yeah.
So I jump a flight, Sioux Falls, and I want to say maybe it was, I don't know, $180, $200, something like that. And I kept the receipt.
Oh.
As it occurred to me, I'm just going to put receipts in a shoebox. Everything this child cost me. And back then, a little over 30 years ago, the average cost of raising a child in the United States of America to age 18 was around $120,000.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a lot. Well, new stats just came out from the Brookings Institute. The cost of raising a child now through age 17, they're estimating to be about $310,000.
Yikes.
Holy cow.
Kids are expensive, man.
It's up by 9.5% just a year ago. Yeah, they're saying it's about $18,000 a year for a kid these days in the United States to take care of the basics and depending. And yeah, I mean, it adds up, and you don't think about it because you're a mom, you're a dad, or
Right.
whatever, and it is
Right.
what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
But it really does add up. I remember when Sadie turned to 18 and I handed that shoebox over to her, it was filled with receipts.
This is what you owe me.
Just went, yeah, you probably going to need 2 jobs
Got a little making up to do
because
here.
you're paying this back. That's all there is to it. So yeah, I found that interesting.
I also find that interesting.
And you know what? I also find it interesting. 3 out of 3, Dan. That's a good job.
Do you realize you have to feed a kid like every day?
I know.
Like sometimes more than once.
I was stunned.
Yeah.
I know. I agree. It's crazy. Well, I appreciate you being in here, Dan. It's a ton of fun. I can't announce what I'm going to announce till later, but we've got something we're going to announce later. Does that help?
Wow,
the announcement of the upcoming announcement?
I just wanted to
Oh,
announce that we're
John.
going to announce something.
It's
Okay.
possibly the worst tease I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, I'll tell you, it has something to do with the weather,
Okay.
and it has to
John.
do with...
See, John can't keep secrets. He
He
can't.
can't.
I'm not gonna tell you
This is
everything.
why he's not.
He's gonna tell him.
He's not
I'm
on our
not-
private
no, I'm just gonna say
investigation team.
there's gonna be a new weather team starting Monday, but I can't tell you who it is unless you call and ask me. So
I happen to know who it is, and you know what?
it's exciting.
It's a pretty big deal.
It is a big deal.
Yeah.
And it needs to be a ton of fun. SiouxFallsWeather.com, you'll see on there that they're getting ready for all this fun stuff, and we're super excited. I think it's gonna be really, really cool.
We're jacked up.
In our ongoing mission to be the best and brightest and coolest station in the world. Okay, maybe not that, but at least in Sioux Falls.
Wow.
I think it's gonna be really neat.
I'm
So-
comfortable just being us, John.
me too. That's because we're already the coolest in this room.
We're the best locally owned radio station
Yeah.
in
Hey, there
all
you
of
go.
Sioux Falls.
That is so
Absolutely.
true.
Bar
Yeah.
none,
All right.
man.
Hey, thanks for coming in, Dan.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it, guys.
Be listening for our big announcement coming soon. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
While other wireless companies raise their prices, Mint Mobile has taken a different approach. You can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Let's say that again so you hear it right. $15 a month for unlimited premium wireless. Why would we do that? Because we can. If you're paying too much for your wireless phone, it's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, August 24th, 2022. Equity markets held their ground Tuesday despite renewed signals of economic contraction. The flash reading for both services and manufacturing sector PMIs came in below expectation, and with the service sector deep in contractionary territory. The reading of 44 is the 5th month of decline and the lowest reading since May of 2020. The news may be a one-off, but is compounded by a trend in data that suggests the economic slowdown that began in Q1 is still present in Q2. With the market in retreat, the economic data weak, and the PCE price index due out Friday, the odds of another major sell-off are high. The S&P 500 is still above the 30-day EMA, but not by much. And it won't take much to spark the move. Once the index is below 4115, investors should expect to see downward momentum build and the next fall to 4,000 or lower. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.